I will try that again. Hello, hello. My mic was muted. Hope you are all well. Good evening. My name is Emma Goddard and I am with you live this evening on the 12th of November. And I thought we would make some flowers. So I'll just give you a moment to pop on. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Hey, Joanna. Evening, Sue. Busy, crafty weekend, Thursday through to today. So Thursday evening I had a class at home. Friday evening I had the same class at home again, which was wonderful, with different people. And then on Saturday, I had my team gathering. It was a busy day, lots of laughter, lots of fun. I will share some photos. There was 35 of us in person, so a busy session, but lots of fun was had. Hey, Hazel. Hey, Sue. Morning, Australia. At the team event, we swapped. We did swaps, which is, if you've not heard of this before, my lips are really dry. Excuse me. If you've not heard of this before, then you make 20. When we made 20, you can make 2, 5, 50, 100. You make however many of the same item, go along, and then you swap with everybody, and then you come home with lots of inspiration. So I'm going to just run through the swaps that I was lucky enough to receive at my team event, and then we're going to get making with the Translucent Floral Dies. We're going to be making some flowers this evening. So let me just share with you. Hello everyone joining, whether you're here live or on the replay. Feel free to jump in the comments and say hello. Let me know where you're from if you're new. Give us a wave virtually in the comments. Right, let's pop. Now, I was not very good myself. I forgot to put my name on my swap. I can't make any comment on anyone else not putting their name on the swap, because I did exactly the same. So I will name where I can if they're labeled, but I'm not going to name if they're not labeled, because I just, hand on heart, haven't yet figured out whose was whose. I need to go back through and, by process of elimination, figure out whose came from who. If you are on here and it's your swap, please feel free to shout out and say that that is yours. So got a little flag, Christmas flag. This is going to be beautiful to go in a poinsettia or a plant. It's got the red ribbon and the poinsettia, and this is from the lovely Hazel. She is here and she has labeled this. This one here is using some gorgeous paper that's now retired, but I love the colours of this. It's just beautiful, and the glimmer, gorgeous. This one is from Alison. I think I remember that being Alison. And this is the Translucent Floral paper. This is an online paper that's fairly recently come out, with some of the stamped images and then kind of a cutaway with that overlap, which is beautiful, nice and fresh. We then have this one is Pat, so she's done Halloween themed, and it was Best Witches with a cute little froggy, and I'm not sure if that, oh no, that is DSP. I was going to say that's a background stamp. I thought it was a background stamp. I love that glimmer paper, glimmer ribbon. And we've got that in the navy with the gold in it, and we've got it with the white with the iridescent. It's so sparkly. This one is using the Winter Wishes and beautiful background paper with the sparkle on there. That is Not sure. I could take a guess, but I'm not going to, because I think I could probably, let's say, by powers of elimination, I could work out that Sparkly Santa. Do you remember those ones? This is very sweet. It's got a little leaving the magic and a chocolate coin inside. Who doesn't love a chocolate coin inside their card? I'm surprised it's still here. And that was from the lovely Maggie. And that's a 4x4, so a lovely size, especially when you're batch making Christmas cards. This one's got the truck. I can't see my stamp set of this one. It's around somewhere. I've got this one, but it's so cute. Love that. Love the lights in the background, bit of glimmer, all the texture on there. And we've got the Joy of Noel with some glimmer, the sparkle, Season's Greetings. I know this one was from Louisa, and that's got the textured embossing folder and some of that linen, and then the little twigs and stuff. These are punched from, again, older paper, but it's lovely to use up some of the stash, isn't it? It's so nice to reach back and use some of our goodies that we've so lovingly held on to. Sometimes it's nice to use that up. This one I know was made by Heather, the Songbird Stamper, and it's been heat embossed and blended around the edges, and then there's some splattering on there as well. Isn't this ribbon beautiful? Like my favorite Christmas ribbon that we've had. Ties so beautifully. Love the silver, love the like the sheer see-through. Is so pretty. And just Heather's colours, all the purples and pinks. This one, I'm sure this, I'm sure this one was Sue, because Sue is on here. So shout out, Sue, if this one is yours. I'm sure it is. I said I wasn't going to name ones, but I'm absolutely certain she'll soon correct me. But how cool is that fold? So that's cut and folded over, and it gives that cool Christmas tree fold. It was Sue's. I was sure it was. And then these are the, I'm going to say, these little pearlized enamel dots, and they make those little like baubles or lights or whatever. So very sweet with the snowflake embossing folder. Thank you. This one was from the lovely Jenny. That is the Christmas Tidings embossing folder. We used that during the creative makes that we made during the day. Jenny must have had a crystal ball. So that was lovely to see that in white with that beautiful blending, and then the gold foil with the deckled circles. And then Jenny had also done the inside, but she had made the envelope so beautiful with the folder as well. Isn't that gorgeous? So nice to see that carry over onto the envelope. Really beautiful. And then we have some flower one. I'm trying to place this. It's the, again, I'm madly searching my stamp shelf. Is it the one that pairs with the Petal Park? Is it the other one? I'm sure it is. Sentimental Park. That's it. Sentimental Park. And it's got some Wink of Stella on there. It's all shimmery. It's beautiful. And that is by Pauline. So thank you very much for that, Pauline. Lovely. And then we've got some 3D items, which are always super sweet. So a little stocking filled treat, a little box in there. This came apart and fell out, so I'm not sure which chocolates went in which box in my bag, but I just popped those ones back in there. I'm assuming they were in that one. So that ties up and is very sweet. That's cute. This little one is from the lovely Sarah, and again that beautiful ribbon and linen thread, and then the For You with the little sprig, and then it's like the border dies just gives that stitched zigzag. So sweet. I haven't opened that one yet. I don't pull that beautiful bow apart. It just looks so pretty. This one has been stamped with the snow crystal, and then some other little snowflakes from somewhere, not sure where, but the snow crystal. Isn't it fun in the lime and the pool party and the Tahitian, just really modern colours. I love the colour combination on that. So lovely. And a cute little sweetie treat bag. And you could easily change that up to be a birthday bag or something like that with little treats in. And you could always pop a little Velcro dot across to close it if you wanted to. But again, that gorgeous ribbon. So thank you. This one, gosh, I remember these were in a tray. Now, Alison or Hazel or someone help me out. Who made this one? It's got a Ferrero Rocher inside. How cool is that? They're different colours. Morning, Narelle. Morning. That is a perfect little table treat. I shall be casing that to check out those score lines. Very cool. So let's put that back over so I don't lose it. Isn't it fun? Paul says that's a fun fold. Very fun. And then this one was the lovely Lizzie. Lizzie was poorly but sent her swaps with a friend. So which was very kind of her. Some little dime bars inside. Oh, I best keep that one out. It won't fit back in. I best keep that out, and I'll file that later after my live. So the chocolate dies and the citrusy embossing folder. I love that, like chocolate orange. Very cute. Love the colour combo. And then Louise made these fabulous little handbags. There's no idea, but mine is empty. And it's got some tags inside. You could fill it with treats. Sure, I'll put it back later. Sure. Yes, I will. So she's done 5 tags. How amazing. 5 different tags, which will be put to use on my gifts. And I love I don't have this stamp, the fireworks, but that is lovely. Some embossing, the stamping with the magical meadows, pine cones, and then the Noel, Joy Noel, do that one. Joy of Noel. Here's Joy of Noel. So that one. So a selection of tags with the different coloured twines. So and those tag dies are such a good size. So let's put that back on there. So sweet. And then I did something with the bees, which again I normally do a card when I do swaps. It's kind of my go-to when I do a swap. But I decided to do a little treat box. So I did a little lint door treat box with the bee and some little vellum leaves. That looks like a little thought bubble. It was completely unintentional as to where that heart was placed. It was kind of meant to be off to the side. And I just put a little lint door chocolate to match inside. So the box just fits that size box. So there you have it. This ribbon is the new the ribbon that goes with this Be Mine Sweet, and I love this style of ribbon. And it's oh, that wing's getting it in, the bee's getting in the way. And I like that it's slightly thinner as well. It does make it nice to tie, although I'm making that look very awkward. I tied it all before I put the toppers on when I did that. But yeah, are you liking the new Be Sweet? Have you seen much of it with people sharing from the on stage? I haven't watched all the on stage yet because I was out at my team event. I double booked due to venue availability. So I'm still to play catch up on that. But I have had a little look through and a sneaky peek of the upcoming new catalogue for the new year. And can I say there is lots of exciting and fun things to come. So as always, just a big shout out to my team. Thank you so much to everyone who came, and thank you to everyone who made the swaps. They are fabulous, and I will take proper photos and do so that I've got them to keep before I pull out all the treats and eat them all. So yes, right, let's have a little look at the translucent florals. So I made for everyone who came to my team day on Saturday, I made it was the 11th on Saturday, obviously, so there is a 2-minute silence for Remembrance Day. And I made everyone a poppy that they could keep and take home. So I made everyone this poppy. And so I thought I would share with you how I've made this poppy and then make some other flowers with the translucent floral dies. So that's what we're going to be making this evening. So the translucent floral stamp set, if you haven't seen it, is this one. And the dies that come with it are the outline dies for the images. There's some nice sentiments in here. You've got happy birthday, you're the best, congratulations, wishing you all the happiness in the world, which makes a nice wedding sentiment as well, or like to go alongside with the congratulations. But it also has in the die set these dies here, and that is what I have used. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. I didn't quite catch the mute before I sneezed. I'm really sorry if you've got a sneeze in your ear. I've had itchy eyes and a little bit of, I don't know, I feel like not hay. Oh, can it be hay fever at this time of year? I don't know. I cleaned my lounge this morning, so I blame the cleaning. I blame the dust and I blame the cleaning for my sneezing. Right, let's die cut these, and we will then assemble. Okay, and get your thinking caps on. I have got one colourway, but if you've got any particular colour flowers that you really would love to see, then feel free to pop in the comments, and I will do my best to accommodate at least some, or I'm certainly not going to get to all the colours suggested, but I'll see what we can do. Right, let's do this. Okay. Joanna was ready with the purple comment. I feel like she was on the button, on the buzzer. All right, so got those, and then we just need the black centers, and do that with a little snip of here. And these middle parts are in the same die set. When I was looking to make these poppies, I was looking through the floral dies, like the builder floral dies, and they've got obviously centers for all different types of centers for flowers, but I thought I'd try and use the same die set, and these worked out really well. I was really pleased with them. So let's do Granny Apple Green. So the foliage on this one was from the Magical Meadows dies. So if you haven't seen these, Jeanette says, hay fever time over here, living on antihistamines at the moment. Oh yeah, I did take one earlier today actually. It's probably worn off a little. So you've got the outlines for the Magical Meadows, but then you've got these extra bits, and it was these extra bits here that I used for this. So just goes to show that not all your Christmassy, where it's aimed at Christmas, could then be used for non-Christmas. So it's nice to sort of get extra out of your dyes and products, isn't it? Oh look, there was some adhesive glimmer in that. Okay, we'll just give that a wiggle. And this one here. So colours, we've got purple, bubble bath and blue. Right, let's have a little, see what we can do. Okay, so I've got those. And then I'm going to add a little bit of blending just for some extra shading on here. I'm going to grab my red. Now I've gone real red, but you could go cherry cobbler if you wanted an even darker red. So I'm going, this is Poppy Parade cardstock. Where did that other bit of black go? Did you spot me knock that off the desk? That's annoying. Who took my small black centre while I wasn't looking? Did someone reach in and grab it? Probably stuck to my sleeve or dropped on the floor, or it'll be around somewhere. Let's just cut another one. Okie dokie. Right, under my grip. Yes, under my grid paper. Who said that? Yay, well spotted. There we go. Swallowed by the desk. Oh. Right, let's get this red onto here. So we're just going to blend just the edges to give it a little bit of shading and a bit of depth when we layer these together. The red can get a little bit messy, so you might want to use take your pick. I moved my grid sheet. I'm not used to moving my grid sheet. I normally move towards the die cut machine. I did that once. I brought my trimmer onto here and something stuck underneath it, and then it moved to the side, and then I was absolutely, this was ages and ages ago, and I was absolutely like, I just couldn't believe. I was like, where is it gone? Where's it disappeared to? I can't believe. My husband happened to be watching the live and popped on at that point, and then had seen my confusion as to where it had gone, and came in and rescued me. And he lifted my trimmer up and was like, it's under there. So It was watching at exactly the right moment of me doing daft things. Right, so we've got some extra shading on there. I've been listening along, so I missed it. Oh, I know. It was there was a few people missing that would have liked to have come or have come previously. So yeah, sometimes just other life things happen on those days. Sometimes it happens, doesn't it? But did you have a lovely time celebrating? So right, let's just give these a little wiggle. And then we can layer this together. It's super simple. There's only 4 pieces and then the foliage. So pretty quick. But the shading definitely adds the depth. It was quite late at night when I was putting these together, and then it was quite early in the morning when I was finishing them off. So not all the poppies that I handed out to the team were perfectly shaded, but there was definitely a hint of effort. But if any of my team are on here listening and watching, don't look too closely at your shading. So there we go. So that has just layered those together, and then we can then add on our middles. So I like to, so this is how these were assembled, mass assembled, was just unraveling the glue dots and sticking all of these centers down in one big line. And then the next job was to put the gold. So I used some retired sequins, but these are the faceted gold, big dot in the middle, and then pick that up and put it onto there. So that's the next step. So I did that all the way along the glue dots, and then went and picked up the ones that were then complete to put in the middle of the flower. So it was kind of like working on the glue dots and then picking them all back off. So if you're mass producing something, that's a nice way to lay out all the flowers or alter the Hazel's going to go and critique the shading. I should have said nothing, being too honest. Right, and then these can be shaded or not shading, depending on whether you want extra depth to your foliage. But you could add, that's granny apple, so you could add old olive or even granny apple to the granny apple would add a bit of extra shading. So we're just going to pop them together, and then I just pop that on there. And then these pin badges, where's my bag of badges? Don't ask. Well, I'll be able to find where I got these from, but I got these a little while ago with the intention of using them for actual name badges. But there is a little pop pin, and then these are double-sided sticky, and I just pop that behind there and then wedge that on to create the pin. But I thought it'd be nice if we put this onto a card. So sending mine for repair, no shading. Mine must have been made in the wee hours of the morning, Hazel. Right, let's put a glue dot on, a couple of glue dots, and I will pop that over there. So that is one. And then what I wanted to share with you as well was new online exclusive called Of Art and Texture. And this one is reminiscent of maybe a gorgeous grunge or such like. But I mean, textured background, you can just never go amiss with textured backgrounds. So these are available now. You can shop online with me if you're in the UK. I would love you to shop online with through my online store. Just make sure you do use the host code if you do shop through there, and I will send you a little extra something with a thank you card towards the end of the month. But these are available. They're £23, I want to say. But I'm going to grab this one here, which has got the little grids on. And I put this, when I made the poppies, I put them onto a tag for everyone. And I just did a little bit of stamping with this background. And you'll see how quick this is to come up with. Grab the old olive. And this mine arrived on Friday. Can't wait to play. So this is old olive. I don't know if I want to. Right, I'm going to go sort of diagonal. I was very what's the word? Random when I stamped it onto the tags, and I think I'm going to do the same now, which is to stamp off. Cool is that? So I'm going to stamp off and just randomly stamp, still in the same direction, but just infilling slightly some of those, and you can just build on that. But how cool is that? Just so easy and quick to get that textured background. And then I'm just going to add the poppy kind of on the diagonal. If we need a little bit of gold or something like that on there. I don't know what's going on with my camera tonight. It's all a bit out of where it would normally be. Right. So could add a few blocks of gold or something like that, or we could add some gold to the sprigs maybe, or even what about if I do a thin slither? What about just putting that across there? Just simple, just to have that glimmer across there, just to give it a little, to pick out the gold from the middle. I think that's nice. So this is the adhesive backed glimmer. Let's just pop that across the card. And now just some glue dots maybe to stick that on. I will come back to popping a sentiment unless anyone can point me in the direction of a suitable sentiment for this card. I'm going to come back and add that, I think. But there you go, just a simple, not from a catalogue. So the gold paper, the gold and the silver self-adhesive is an online product. So just search glimmer and you'll find it. You get one sheet of each, 12 by 12. But the beauty of it, like here, can you see I've cut this sprig? You can just peel it straight out and it's adhesive on the back. So it's just ready to go for sticking down, which is always handy. Right, should we do another colour flower? I'm going to have a look at the bubble bar. bubble bar. We might be able to do bubble bath and purple, and I'm going to do some extra layers I think on this one so that it's not just not just the one set of flowers. And we'll do some blending of different colours onto this one as well, with maybe the darker purples. And centers. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, when you're used to looking through a catalogue, it just takes a little bit of getting used to, doesn't it? Going and looking through the online bits and bobs, but worth a peruse through to see if there's any goodies that you might have otherwise missed. Let's do that onto there. Just throw that down to get it to pop out. There is a little hole to release it, so you don't have to throw the dye down to pop it out. It's just me being efficient. I don't know if that's the word. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you sort of pop it down, it goes boom and pops out, and it's brilliant. Other times you throw it and the dye jumps off the desk and then you've lost the dye or you can't find it. So I wouldn't recommend it as a way of releasing your dyes or releasing the cardstock from your dyes. These are nice and easy to cut out and pop out because they're solid, so you get no fancy, they're not got the intricate layers to get caught. Right, let's do that one. And then we'll grab some purples to put in the middle. Right. The only problem with using the darker red is that you don't then want to blend that onto other softer colours. Right, let's grab a smaller blending brush, and I do have one in a purpley colour, which is handy, and we can go very burst like this. My blending brushes are just up to the left hand side of me. I've got like some pegboards. I've got two skinny pegboards that go up the pillar beside me, but they go kind of within arm's reach, and then I have to slightly lift off my chair, and then I fully have to stand up. So it helps with my exercise. My crafting exercises. I'm sure we all have them. Right, let's add a little bit of berry burst in the centers rather than the edges. Now, I know these are going to be stacked together, so you won't see all this colour on each of the layers, but they'll start to kind of poke out. But how nice is that, kind of having that I don't know, marvellous, you get your chair. I know, a Sunday live and my chair yoga. I mean, you know, double whammy. This is where the smaller blending brushes are ideal, because the bigger brushes would just kind of cover too much of that flower. You can't be as precise. I only have a handful of the small brushes. I've bought one pack so far. And I just have kept them I've kept them clean, and then as I've wanted a colour, I've got one with wild wheat on it, I've got one with the purple, one with the berry burst, and as I kind of run out and I want other colours, I'll buy more mini brushes. I don't feel the need to have the mini brushes in all the colours that I've got the bigger brushes in, because I tend to use the bigger ones more often, but the little ones are handy for the more intricate detail. But yeah, I don't know which colours I'm going to use them with, or so I just kind of keep a few clean ones on hand, and then as I want one that's a different colour, then I can grab it. That's kind of how I'm adding them to my collection. Because there's that temptation to go, oh, I need one in every colour, and that's however many packs, and it's then too much, isn't it? Evening, Gillian. Now, I saw you on a live with the lovely Louise commenting, and I realised you are a Jill, not a Gillian. So I shall correct myself and call you a Jill. You've been stuck, literally. Dare I ask? I hope you're okay now. Right, let's grab the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just going to do some of the top layers. That is the trouble with things like the commenting, isn't it, on like YouTube or Facebook or whatever. It picks up whatever name you've got on there, and it's not necessarily the name you want to go by. It goes for let's add. So this is Blackberry Bliss going over the top, and the base layer was the bubble bath, but just stunning. Oh, how sore. Oh, bless you. Not pleasant. Not pleasant. All right, let's just do these top layers. I don't think we need to do the bottom layers because I'm not really going to be seen, but it's just a mix then of the berry and the blackberry. What do you think? Got the berry burst coming through, and then the darker blackberry. Right, let's let's fold this and get this going together. So this is going to be lovely and full, because we're going to have, every time I use these bone folders, they're brilliant, but they're all, I've stupidly run them through an ink pad. Don't do that, use your blocks, and they're all stained, and I'm thinking I might treat myself to a new one. They're perfect, not that this one's going to go anywhere, but I don't know. Loved, well loved. Probably don't need a new one. They're like my take your pick tools. They I end up with more and more and more of them. Lovely shading. Thank you. Let's give that a little curl. And Jenny, she's, whoa, finally watching you live. Love daylight savings. Yeah, we've gone back, you've gone forward, so we're now 2 hours closer in time. Makes a difference, doesn't it? Makes a huge difference through our winter, your summer months. So yeah, right, let's grab my glue dots. So we won't need that one. So this is where I was saying you can kind of add and line up stuff onto your glue dots, ready to use. There we go. Oh, that one did come up. Brian's going to share a photo with everyone in the comments. We're waiting, Brian. He said, I made this exact project this morning. Just while he was having his morning cup of coffee, he thought he would whip up a 3D flower. Because that's totally his bag. Chris says, sorry, really late, but got it. Camera's broken. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Isn't it horrible when technology lets you down like that? Right, let's add. Don't you hate it? So just rotate slightly so that you get them sort of different ways on the flower. At this point, decide which one you want to be your top flower, because the rest can be hidden or masked by some of the other layering. I'll have that one going across there. I've just used one glue dot per layer. They are super strong. They're ideal for this kind of thing, she says, as it pops off from the middle bit. Let me grab another one. Sticking to my finger and not the flower. There. Okay, so we've got our Bubble Bath, Berry Burst and Blackberry Bliss flower. We just need our middle part now. So I'm going to cut that in Blackberry Bliss so that we've got the dark middle, but I don't think we need to go black in the middle, probably a bit too harsh. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that. I won't bring the die cutting machine back on camera. You've seen me cut the middles. Let's just wind them through. And whilst I doubled up the flowers, I'm not going to double up the middles. I don't think there's much need. And then that layer's moved as well. I think because the ink was slightly damp. Let's go more glue dots. I take back saying that one glue dot was enough. Add more between your layers. I was lying. Usually one dot does the trick. Right, let's add some foliage. Shall we add the, I love the what's it, it's not all even. What's the opposite of that? It's not all, so this is just not, why is that not sticking with the glue dots? I'm going to just put 2 or 3 between each, because the one was on the ink. There. That's now together. That's the test, by the way. If you need to check your flowers, just throw them around a little bit. We need some foliage. Shall we do something that is a bit more bold, or shall we stick with this? Let's stick with this. The purple really makes it, doesn't it? That deep on the bubble bath, that deep purple on there really adds so much depth, doesn't it, to the middle? Yeah, I'm really pleased with the tone on that. I think so, Helen. I think the ink blending hadn't. I think you are exactly right. I think it had just got slight dampness to it, and therefore hadn't quite. And then that had meant the paper slightly lifted. Right, I'm going to just wind this through my machine. What shall we put on with this? Shall we have some more textured background? Oh, do some. Okay. So this is self-adhesive, so I just need to be careful with that for a minute. Now, if you don't want this to be self-adhesive, whilst it is handy, you don't always want the glimmer to be sticky. You can use your embossing buddy to tap the back and it'll make the stickiness go away, which is what I am going to do on this occasion, because mainly because I'm not yet ready to use them, but I'm going to put them onto a card and I don't need them to stick completely flat, so I'm just going to get rid of the stickiness. So we've got our gold. And I wonder if we could put this onto a darker background rather than sticking with the white. Or maybe some layers. We could do. And I'm going to grab some more bubble bath as a base. I'll give this a score so that I've got the base. Pam's is so pretty already. Oh, the gold and the purple just looks beautiful, doesn't it? I love that combo. I've got that. Just wondering if maybe the other way around, but I don't know. Let's see. Hmm, 13 by 9 centimeters. Let's add a 12.5 by 8.5 bubble bath piece. Might come back with a band of purple in a minute, but I'm going to just do maybe some heat embossing or stamping with the textures. We could stick to the same texture, or we could pull out another one, maybe this stripy one. What do you reckon? I quite like that one actually. Let's try that one. This has got a bit, I like them all actually, but this one's got a bit of sort of wash to it. Let's see it stamped in Berry Burst, and then we can clean it off and stamp it in perhaps some gold. Look at that. Lovely. Let's stamp. have some Blackberry Bliss texture there. It looks quite heavy on its own, but actually gives a lovely centre right there. What about some gold thread? I'm tempted to use the splatters of yeah, we will use some gold, but I'm tempted to use the splatters that are in here. So this one here, and just to add a little touch of gold. Let's just add our embossing buddy. And this one. And just add some splatters. And add some gold. Now you could use the gold gilding as well, but you'd need to use the heat and stick powder for that. So the heat and stick powder works in exactly the same way as embossing powder does. You just Versamark, add the heat and stick and heat it, and then that becomes like a glue, and then that'll allow you to brush your gold flakes onto it. But the heat embossing, obviously you just heat and it's gold right away. Let's heat this up. There, so we've got purple with the gold on it, and just we're going to add that on. I think we'll glue this layer, but could maybe add dimensionals to one of the layers, although the flower is quite dimensionaled. So might just, I'm going to go flat just because the flower is quite dimensionaled. I had quite a lot of depth to the card already. I've got that. And then if we just have some loops of the gold. I'll pop it in a box, Joanne. So they'll need to go in a box when you post it to me, just to protect that flower. All purple projects. I should just, throughout the year, all purple projects should go in a box, and then they could come to you as a gift at Christmas, Joanna. A purple surprise box. I'm sure you'd hate it. I'm sure it'd be like the worst thing that you could ever receive. Right, let's see what's going on with this thread. This bit is not doing what I want it to. Sometimes this thread behaves, often this thread behaves for me because it kind of curls off the roll where I want it to, and other times it just will not behave. It's got to go the way it wants to go. You kind of can't force it to go any other way, and it'll do whatever it wants to do. See, that bit just keeps wanting to. I wonder if I should just do some loops instead. That's maybe the way to do it. Let's just group that together and we'll just say loops instead of twirls. All purple budget. I'll take the hit. She'll take one for the tip. Take the hit. She'll cope. Let's put that across the flower. Now you can take the tape off if you want to, but you don't have to. Obviously the tape will help glue the flower down. I might put another bit of tape, then we don't have to glue 4 dimension. We can just use the double-sided tape. So where are we going to go? Eek, decisions, which way to put these. Maybe in line with the thread across. No, I quite like them going that way. Let's do that, and we'll have them. Yeah, I'm going to have the thread go in there. There. That'll hold that and that in place. There. Then we need a little sentiment just to finish this off. And I think the sentiment could be on the dark in the gold. Oh, bless you, Hazel. Any gift from you would be more welcome. Bless you. Right, let's find a sentiment. What can I put on this? Let's have a little look at some sentiments. We've got... Hey there. There's different ones on here. Timeless arrangements. You're so kind. I really appreciate you. There's some in this one. That sentimental part, we mentioned that one earlier with the swaps. You are amazing. Sometimes sentiments just leap off it, like, you know, they just are the right ones, aren't they? And other times you're hunting through for the perfect sentiment. What about just a card to say hello? I quite like a little hello card. Let's do that. So I'll do a card to say hello. And if we do that, that's got powder on already, but I'll just give it a little wipe. Versamark. And heat emboss, and I'm going to do a couple, maybe 3, just because we can. We'll do gold on that as well. I think I am going to go gold, but I don't know how well the gold will show up on the dark, and whether the white might be a better option. My gold is running low. More on the way. Oh, that's not too bad actually. It's coming up nice. embossing powder safely out the way so I don't spill that, and then right. Card to say hello. And I can put these sentiments just to one side. They're already heat embossed, so you've got all if you've got your heat embossing stuff out and your heat embossing sentiments anyway, just heat a few extras. You might find that it's the perfect sentiment to put onto another card at another time. So we'll just put that to one side. So should we have the sentiment? I wonder if we have it. Maybe I might snip it at a card because that just fits there a little bit better, and then that can just sit below. And I've got some, because this is quite deep anyway, I don't need to worry about how deep the sentiment is. I've got some of these foam adhesive strips and I just cut them down, and they're perfect for these sentiments. And need to be quite that long. And we just need to find some sparkles. Now I do have those retired oh, what about the brass butterflies? They would be nice, wouldn't they? These brushed butterflies just nestle in to there and add another little element to the card with the gold. There we go. So you've got your bubble bath with a bit of berry burst and purple. I'm going to use one of these gems for the middle because whilst they're retired, if you've got them in your stash, then that glue dot is not, that definitely was not quite dry, that blending. I'm going to just add, let your blending dry a little bit longer than I did before you assemble your flower. That's staying much better now. There we go. I haven't finished up the other card. I need to decide on a sentiment for that one with the poppy, but I will do, and I'll take a picture of it and share. But you've got two cards there with the Translucent Floral Dies. Those shaped flowers in those dies are a little hidden gem. You might think that the dies are just the outlines of the stamped images, but they've got those lovely flower dies in there. So there you go. Hope you have enjoyed making them. I forgot to put my circle on tonight. I was just so busy making. You didn't get to see me while I was doing that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed them. Have a wonderful week, whatever you are up to. And I will be back next weekend with some more live crafting with you. And I don't think I've got anything else to share in terms of classes or anything like that. They're all on my website. I've got nothing new up at the moment. I've got a star class and a modern garden class, which are open for online only access now. The kits have now closed. But yeah, that's all from me. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will see you all soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.